Shalom, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakal Kodash. Double honors to our elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before that. They taught us his truth, and shalom and salutations to all the brothers that pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with a World War III daily update. All right, I'm going to keep it short because if I make them longer, then you won't watch them. All right, so anyway, start right here at Matthew 24. And if you can't see this at this time, then you're just, right, you're lost. If you can't see the end of this kingdom, the end of this world, okay, and the beginning of the next world. When they say the end of the world, it's as we know it, meaning this kingdom. And then the next kingdom to come in after this kingdom is destroyed, all right? Then the kingdom of heaven will come in. We have to clean up all of the rubble and all of the destruction, if you will, all right, from all the nukes and all the fighting that went on, because the people that run this kingdom right now, they're not just going to give it up. They're going to fight until the bitter end. Then they're going to lose, and whatever condition the world is left in, that will be the beginning of the kingdom of heaven. And then whoever's left over will be used to start cleaning and burying bodies and that sort of thing, okay? So, but right now, you can clearly see that these things are coming to pass or are in your face at this moment, all right? Especially with this pandemic, whatever. They're using that to try to bring in their NWO, right? And their main objective is to get a microchip in everybody's hand or in your forehead, all right? So anyway, this is Matthew 24. Now watch, these things are going on right now. And ye shall hear, this is 24 and 6, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right? See that ye be not troubled. Okay? You're going to watch a bunch of crazy shit go down. All right? But you have to endure through it. Okay? 13. But he that shall endure till the end, the same shall be saved. Right? You got to make it all the way through. Ain't no pre-tribulation rapture. That's all a bunch of bull. That's BS. All right? Again, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrow. Beginning of sorrow. Okay, so hey, it's going down. All right. Now we're just gonna look at a couple of videos quickly. All right, let's go here to Deep Journal first. All right, this is Deep Journal channel. 15 hours ago, it says breaking: Iran missile attack on Israel. Israel may invade Lebanon. Russia, what? Russia encourages Iran to attack. Okay, so this says Iran is attacking Israel. Okay, and then we go over here to the sister channel. What does it say? Israeli attacks destroy Iran. Iran launched secret weapon, great disaster. So they're basically, they're at war and they're not saying anything. No one has declared war. People don't even know. If they keep this out of the mainstream media, out of headline news, you won't know what's going on. But you have to go out and you have to search. All right? Let's see. Okay. All right, so maybe we'll take a look at a couple of these. Let me see. Right here, 20 hours ago, breaking airstrike on an Iranian base. Who's that? So, I mean, this says breaking airstrike on Iranian base. U.S. don't withdraw easily. Turkish convoy has been attacked. This is World War III. All right. And if you think this is being made up, it's not. It's just because you don't see it on CNN, all right, or Fox News, they're not telling you about what's going on over here. Breaking missile attack on U.S. backed palace. China and Russia looking for invasion. What kind of wording is that? Invasion. Okay. Attack, invasion, airstrike. Okay. Deployment. We're in the middle of a war, people. All right, let's watch this 15-hour news slug. Do you trust the mainstream media? Absolutely
Dear listeners, welcome to the Deep Journal channel. By subscribing to our channel, you can follow our independent comments on the latest news. Lebanon.
But you won't get these comments coming straight through the scriptures. We're filtering the headlines through the scriptures and letting you know where this thing is going, where we're at with it, all right? Because it follows an extreme story. And the end of the story is all the militaries of the world are going to be destroyed, right, to bring in the kingdom of heaven. So it doesn't matter, but what we're doing is we're paying special attention. We're measuring the time diligently in itself, all right?
Struggling with internal turmoil and economic difficulties, is revolting against Israel under the influence of Iran, these days when the Middle East is witnessing developments that constantly move its dominions. Waking up on Tuesday morning with missile attacks from Lebanon, Israel blames Iran and Hezbollah for the attacks. Although Israel has not yet given a real military response to this harassment attack, it clearly and very sharply states that it will intervene militarily if the attacks are repeated. In response to this attack, Israel opened only defensive fire with tank shots from the border. An important point is that this attack came just after Israel's airstrike on the city of Aleppo in Syria. It is reported that at least 3 people killed as a result of the attack are from Hezbollah. It is an interesting move that Iran retaliated with missile attacks the next morning and drew attention to Lebanon via Syria. Russia controls the area Israel attacked in Syria, and Russia is thought to be working with Iranian-backed militants. While Russia is currently focusing its attention on Afghanistan in Central Asia, it may be using Iran against Israel in order not to let the Syria issue distract attention. If you remember, we mentioned last week that the economic crisis in Lebanon was for show and that the country was forced to be taken over by Iran-backed Hezbollah and come under Iranian domination. Likewise, we emphasized that Iran could have a big and insidious plan to blockade Israel.
All right, so everybody's got their plans, right? Because what they want to do, they know that the chessboard is being shuffled and everybody wants to come out on top. But nobody's considering the one who you call God, who's running everything. So whatever anybody does, that's the Most High got you doing it. All right? Let's get that real quick. All right? You might think that you're doing something. Oh, free will. There is no free will. All right? Let's get this real quick. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Well, what does that mean? A person's steps are directed by the Lord. How then can anyone understand their own way? The Lord directs our steps. Okay. Even a courageous person's steps are determined. But so anything you wake up and do that day, the Most High put it in your mind. When you were asleep, okay, there is no free will. All right. What is that? 14. Job 33, let's start at 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet a man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw men from his purpose and hide pride from men. Okay, so whatever you wake up and do the next day, the Most High got you doing. Oh, we're going to go to war with Iran today. Or we're going to drop bombs on. All you're doing is the will of the Most High. All right? Whether you understand that or not. All right? So, what is this? Iran missile attack on Israel. Let's go back. Let's go here. And this is Israeli attacks destroy Iran.
If you have a
So
swollen prostate,
it's going back and forth here, meaning they're at war. All right. Come on.
About military developments in the world. Tensions between Iran, America and Israel flared up again with new events. The war for dominance continues between Iran and Israel. Iran's support for Palestine and America's support for Israel puts the countries in a deadlock. America increased financial and arms aid to Israel. Likewise, Iran has almost tripled its attacks and aids to the groups it supports, following the expiration of its agreements with the United States and the United States' decision to withdraw from the Middle East. He also states that he will increase these shipments even more. On the other hand, he says that even though America will withdraw from the region, this region will continue to support Israel and the groups. They do not want Iran and Russia to be too strong in the region. We already understand this from the attacks on Iranian military sites. On the other hand, we also know about the cyber attacks carried out jointly by the United States and Israel. These cyber attacks are aimed at the facilities where Iran conducts nuclear and ballistic studies. The main reason for the great problems between these countries is Iran's desire to conduct nuclear studies. Israel and America say these efforts are too dangerous for the Middle East. For this fundamental reason, countries clash with each other. For example, Israel and Iran's attack on merchant ships at the first opportunity. It is also important in terms of superiority in this region.
Superiority in this region. So everybody, after World War II, the USA, America, Babylon the Great, emerged as the superpower. Okay, and then they went to the dollar as the reserve currency. All right, so now that's coming to an end, and everybody is stepping up to throw their hat in the ring to take the place of the United States. So they're all, even though they're all together, and they're, they're all Confederate, if you will, against the children of Israel, right? All of these people are really together, even though they're fighting each other, right? They're Confederate against who? The Most High's chosen people. All right? That's their real target. Their real target is not each other. They just happen to be jockeying for position for what they believe their new world order to be coming to fruition, but it's not going to do that. All right. So anyway, look at a couple more quickly. Let's go to secret files here. All right, so this is IDF, Mossad push plan for multiple small scale what? operations against Iran nuclear program. Well, I mean, anybody that knows anything knows that Iran has nukes, or that they have Russia's nukes and China. All right. So the narrative is bullshit. We know that. All right. So anyway, this is what's going on. Now, what these people don't know by rushing in there, okay, what they don't understand is that they're being led into an ambush. All right. Here's the ambush. And these same scriptures are going to come out. Joel 3. Here's the ambush. I will also gather the nations and bring them down into the valley of Joseph. So they think they're fighting each other. God is actually getting them all in the same area. Why? So he can destroy them. The valley of Jehoshaphat is referring to the Middle East. So here's what God is doing. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. I will gather all nations and bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I put them on trial for what they did to my inheritance, my people Israel. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them for harming my people. Okay, so they're being led into an ambush. All right? And here it is. They're being led, all the armies are being led down to their demise. All right? Because you can't overcome the chariots of the Lord. All right? So, I mean, if you want to go back and watch any of those specific videos, it's going to be more of the same every day. World War III is jumping up. If you don't, you know, I mean, and the intricacies of it mean nothing, okay, but the overall outcome and what is actually going on behind the scenes from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, who is the Most High, and his Son, they're the ones running this drill, if you will, all right, this scenario. It's their movie. We were just, let's get that real quick. Because this is a mystery to everybody else. Yeah, if you've been chosen to understand that, understand what's going on. Showers. This is Amos 3 and 7. All right. And this is hard for you to understand because you don't understand that, everything is, in the Bible, you're not supposed to understand it. That's why Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, was speaking in parables because you're not supposed to understand, but the elect of Israel are, right? Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. That's us. And we're telling you what's going on. All right? The Lord never does anything until he reveals his plans unto his servants the prophets. All right? I know it's hard for you to grasp, but how else would we know how to break these scriptures down, right? In all humbleness and in humility. I'm not saying that, It just is what it is. It is what it is. And whether you hear or whether you forbear. All right? Let's get a couple here just to show you. This is Psalm 49. King James and 3. My mouth shall speak of wisdom. Who is the Most High's mouth? The prophets. And the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. What is a parable? All right. I will open my dark saying upon the harp. Okay. What is a dark saying? What is a parable? All right. Well, the mouth of the Most High, the mouthpiece of the Most High. Like, for example, Noah. Noah's like, hey, it's finna rain. Moses was like, let my people go. He was a spokesperson for the Most High. They are the prophets of the Most High. All right. Well, right now, for us to have this understanding, right? This is Matthew. Matthew 13 and 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. That's understanding. All right. Who has the understanding? And the disciples came unto him and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said, who's he? That's the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose name is Yahushua. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. All right? So the Bible isn't for everybody. Right? It's for those, right, who it is given to understand the mysteries. So it doesn't matter what I say. I'm going to tell the truth, and if it resonates with your spirit, then you're going to get it. If it doesn't, you're going to put a thumbs down, like that dork did the other. And what you don't understand is when you put that thumbs down, just because it doesn't resonate with your spirit, you're marking yourself. So go right ahead, all right? Because you don't understand that what you're doing is evil. This is the house of the Lord. We're speaking on the scriptures here. We're bringing out the truth. And just because you don't like what it says, you put your thumbs down, you've marked yourself. All right? This is 1 Peter 1. 1 Peter 1 and 12. Unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us did they minister the things. Let's go back. Let's go to 10. Of which salvation the prophets, hold on, the prophets, of which salvation the prophets had inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you, searching what or what manner of time the spirit of Hamashiach, which was in them, did signify when it tested beforehand, when it testified beforehand the sufferings of Hamashiach and the glory that should follow, unto whom it was revealed, unto whom what? Who was whom? The prophets. Unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us did they minister the things. Who's us? The elect of Israel. We're ministering the things that were revealed to us, okay, unto the elect of Israel, which are now reported unto you by them that have preached the gospel unto you with the Holy Ghost sent down from heaven, which things angels desire to look at. You understand? I know that's a little deep for you. All right. Anyway. All right, so with that, how about Matthew 19? Here's where you, if you don't understand what's going on, here's where you are. Matthew 19. Because it's not for everybody. Matthew 19 and 11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. What does that mean? That means that you, if you're of the elect of Israel, chosen from the foundation of the world, right, you'll understand it. You'll understand the truth. But you have to be, right? You have to be of the elect. Save, what does that mean? I'm saved. Save they who to whom it is given. All right? What is given? Go back to 13. To them it is not given. What is not given? 13 and 9. He answered and said, okay, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given. What is given? The understanding. Given unto you to know, to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Go back. Given. All right. 19. We're looking for. What happened there? 13 and 9. Given. We're looking for given. Wait a minute. Where did that come from? Oh, I wanted 19, right? 19 and 11. But he said, 19 and 11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. Okay? So for you to understand these mysteries, these secrets, these dark sayings, these parables, all right, some of you just ain't going to get it. And what are you going to do? You're going to put a thumbs down on there because it's not for you. But one day when you see these things coming to pass, you're going to say, that N word was right. And you know that that's your ass at that point. All right? Here's what you should be doing. Shut the fuck up. Because this is the house of God. Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. Keep thy foot, shut the hell up when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Okay? And when you put that thumbs down, right, guess who knows it? The Most High knows. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, or your little button pushing, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter. Okay, this word heart means your mind, lob. Okay, the Hebrew word lob means your mind. Let not your mind be hasty to push a thumbs down button before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven and thou upon the earth. Therefore let thy words be few. All right? All right? And that's a word. Thumbs down is a word. All right? For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by the multitude of his word. All right? So if you think that, okay, I bet you won't come on and debate the scriptures about what I'm saying and say that what I'm saying is wrong, because when you do that, you've done the same thing. You didn't shut the hell up when you go into the house of God. All right? Why did you even come to the video? Because God brought you here. Man's goings are of the Lord. All right? He already had it set up that you were going to click on the video, you were going to disagree with it, put the thumbs down, and now he got you. All right? You'll be judged for hating the words of the Most High and with the understanding, okay, to whom it is given. Just because it isn't given to you doesn't mean that. So it would behoove you to be quiet, right? And this is what it says, and be more ready to hear. How do you do that? By being quiet, than to give the sacrifice of fools. What's the sacrifice of fools? Your opinion that means nothing, okay? You could be on the outside of this thing and not understand what is going on. Most likely that's what it is. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. All right? So that's what's going on. World War III, right, is ramping up, which is an ambush. Okay? And then at the end of that thing, then the POW extraction. Just go back and watch the other World War III daily updates. Some of them were long, but you'll begin to understand. Same thing is coming out every time. And with every video that you watch, you gain more understanding. If, right, it is given to you. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified. And with that, we're going to say shalom.